Okay, it's a beautiful day in February, Panama City Beach, Florida. And I'm gonna make a little video about shelling. As you can see down there, people are shelling. There's Diane. She's found a Juninea this last week. And if you look down there, you can see their heads kind of in the sand, digging around. And I'm kind of here digging in this little spot. This is what I've got thus far. Been here about an hour. Nice little whelk. Well, it's a bigger, kind of a big whelk. And lots of scallops. That's an arc. These are probably one of my favorites. These zigzag scallops. That's the bottom and that's the top. The top is flat. The bottom is curved, and this is kind of what it would look like. Or, you know, normally when it's alive and doing its thing. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, lots of little goodies. I just gave away about 10-12 bags of shells to a snowbird that was leaving for his grandkids. I collect so much, I only keep a few. I give the most of them away. But yeah, so here we go. Let's dig around and see what we can find. Lots of broken pieces, but you know, just have to keep digging. That's a pretty color, but it's broken. I don't really keep the broken ones. Once in a while, if it's a really nice piece of something or other, I will. I've got a lot of these little ones. Sometimes I keep them, sometimes I don't. You know, the real tiny ones, you can do things, lots of crafts. And so when I give them to people, I wonder what this is. I'm thinking they can do something with it. Now this is a calico clam. It's not chipped or broken. Kind of faded, but still it's, whoops, there it is. Can you see it? Pretty. So I will keep that. You never know. People ask me, where do you dig? You just never know. Once you find a spot, you can come back to it and maybe find it again, maybe not. Or someone else is digging in it. Like this place has been dug up by others as well as, look at that. That's just a piece. I'm not going to keep it, but that's a piece of a lightning whelk. Isn't that cool? It would have been nice big one if it was not broken. That's an alphabet cone. It's kind of funky. I probably won't keep it. The longer I live here, the pickier I am. When I first moved here, I'd pick up anything because I never saw so many shells, and I didn't care if they were broken or not. But now I've been here since 2010, and I'm a little pickier. Plus, I like to give away nice shells. That's a olive, but it's really rough looking. I like to give away shells, and sometimes people will make me things and give me back gifts with the shells that I gave them. And so I like to give them nice shells. So if they give me something back, it'll be a nice gift. Isn't it pretty out there? Actually, it's cold this morning, but now it's nice. It's like perfect. Okay, there's a scallop. If you put, after you rinse these off and you put baby oil on them, they get shiny and pretty. Another scallop. Yeah, broken. Okay, this is a this is a spiny jewel box. And these little prongs, and then when they're alive, they're real. I think they're pretty long. Sometimes I find a few that are long, but they break off usually. Look at that tiny little scallop. Isn't it pretty? Here's another scallop. My neighbor made a couple wind chimes for me out of the scallops. So I really like them. I thought I might try it, but never got very far. The fun part for me is what I'm doing right now, this looking for the shells. You know, this stuff on the top, these barnacles and stuff, that'll all chip off. You can scrape that off, and the scallop will be nice and clean. Or you can leave it on. Some people like it. It gives it a textured look. There's probably another piece of that whelk. You know, half the fun is just being out here. It's just, you know, it's a nice day. It's not too hot. It just feels nice. And if I wasn't working so hard, it'd be relaxing. Actually, it is relaxing in spite of the digging process. You know, I do get tired. Eventually, you know, after a while, I won't be out here a whole long time. Broken. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off and turn it back on later. Okay, so this is, it's been like, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. I dug up these. This is a Pennsylvania Lucine shell. Kind of reminds me of a hockey puck, I guess. These are Scotch bonnets. These are faded, but they have like a real pretty patch pattern normally when they're alive. Sometimes you find them with it when they're buried. Get that pretty scallop. I love that yellow. Don't find yellow ones very often. And here's another spiny jewel box. You can see that little piece is sticking up, which is usually they all are sticking up when they're alive, I believe. These are nice size augers. And you know what? I was going to say these, if I see them in the water rolling around, I don't get them because a lot of times there's something inside them, a little critter. So I just throw them back in the water. Anyway, I'm covering up my hole, and then I'm going to walk back to the ranch and cool off. It's getting warm. Adios from Panama City Beach, Florida.